domestic operating system developer Intex OS has managed to tie up with major Indian smartphone companies over the past year or so. Its key strength is the Intex keyboard, which lets users translate and transliterate local languages, a very useful feature for those more comfortable conversing in their native language than English. In the past we've seen this in action on the Micromax Unite 4 Pro review, and now, Intex has launched a new smartphone with the same features. The Aqua Supreme Plus is a budget phone, priced just under $S.10,000. It's time to find out how well it competes with the powerful Xiaomi Redmi Note 4 review, and the Samsung On 7 Pro in this price segment. Intex Aqua Supreme Plus design and build quality available in black and champagne. The Aqua Supreme Plus doesn't have the most attractive design. Our black review unit looked like any entry-level Android. It's a pain to keep cleaning fingerprints off the body, but surprisingly, that display doesn't pick up smudges very easily. Despite its plastic body, this phone feels well built and there aren't any creaking parts or sharp edges. It's also very light at 133 grams. The 5-inch IPS display has a HD resolution, which is manageable for a screen this size. Sunlight legibility could have been better, and we found touch response to be subpar. Color reproduction is also strictly average, with exaggerated reds and muted tones. You get non-backlit navigation buttons below the display, and the camera and sensors above it. The headphone socket and micro USB port are both placed on the top, while the dual SIM tray is on the left. The phone can accommodate a microSD card of up to 128 GB. Around the back, the camera and LED flash sit flush with the rest of the body. The Aqua Supreme Plus doesn't have a fingerprint sensor. In the box, you get a 7.5 watts charger, data cable, in-ear headset, screen guard, SIM ejector tool, and instruction manuals. Intex Aqua Supreme Plus specifications. Powering the phone is a quad-core MediaTek MT6737 SoC, with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage. The specifications are just about enough to run Android Marshmallow well, but the overall experience isn't as smooth as we would have liked. There is a slight but noticeable lag throughout the OS, when swiping between home screens and when switching between apps. Thankfully, it's not as terrible as the experiences we've had with extremely low-priced Android phones with Marshmallow. The camera app has integrated shortcuts for VistaSo, a photo editing app, and Fashion, which lets you take pictures of products and then find similar ones on popular e-commerce sites. The latter feature is actually pretty cool and worked well for us. Video recording maxes out at 720p, and the quality is strictly average under good lighting and barely usable at night. The front 5-megapixel sensor does a poor job when it comes to selfies, no matter the lighting conditions. The phone's 3000 mAh battery seems large enough, but we only managed to get 8 hours and 33 minutes in our HD video loop test, which is just about average. With regular usage, we weren't able to get through even one full day on a single charge. Verdict at Rs. 9,490, the Intex Aqua Supreme Plus is the priciest of the trio that Intex launched recently, all running Intex OS. However, it only makes going for this phone if you'll be using the native language features a lot, because you can do a lot better for this kind of money when it comes to every other feature. Xiaomi's Redmi Note 4 and even Samsung's On 7 Pro should serve you better at this price range.